and thank you for sticking with me so far. Today I'm going to show you how to make a fairy tale tower out of paper, much like this one. And just like we did with the chair, if you do have something a little bit thicker than paper, like card or watercolour paper, that's going to make your model stronger. So I do recommend using that. However, normal printing paper is equally just as fine. You're also going to need something to stick each element together with, such as glue or tape, double-sided tape, blue tack, and again we also are going to need something to cut with, such as scissors or a craft knife. Okay, and so let's get started. First, we're going to start by making the base, so we're going to make this bit. So for that bit, you can either use something that you already have, like maybe an old toilet roll tube. You could use a Prindle tin. You could also use an old hairspray bottle. Or like me, you could simply just roll up a piece of paper and stick it together with masking tape. So we have our base. Next, we need to make the top bit of the tower, which is this bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a circle. Now, to get my circle, I just drew around the lid of a paint tube. So you get your circle, and we're going to need a strip of paper, and all we're going to do is wrap the strip of paper all the way around the circle, and you're going to want to glue it there. Okay, so once you've done that, you should have both of your bases, and all we're going to want to do is just glue them together like that. If you did want to add a little bit of colour to your tower, I'd recommend to do that now. You can use paints or crayons, pencils, whatever you have. You could also wrap a little bit of coloured paper around your tower, like I've done here. If you didn't have coloured paper, you could also use wrapping paper, or you could use free wall samples that you can collect from shops. I'm going to focus on making this bit here. So what I've done for that is I've just cut a strip of paper, and all we're going to do is wrap it around the bottom of the model. You don't want this to sit flush, you want it to overhang a bit. Then also just stuck a strip there just to kind of act as my guide, because when I start sticking these on, it's just, that's where it's going to end. Okay. So next we're going to want to cut out some more paper. So I've just cut some strips. These ones are thinner this time. Stick it to the top bit that's overhanging. One edge to the top bit that's overhanging, and then one is going to pull back like that and stick to your guide that you've done here. Okay, so if you survived that, well done, you have done the hardest part of the tower, and it should now look something like this. I've also just added another little strip of paper around here, just because I thought it made it look a little bit nicer. It's completely up to you if you want to do that. And I am also going to just add another strip of paper just around the base there, just to cover up these little join marks. So now we're going to move on to the roof of the tower. Just get a piece of paper and to make a cone shape out of it. So it's a bit like an ice cream cone, just like that. I've just put a strip of masking tape down there because it doesn't need to be pretty yet. And it does need to be big enough to just sit on top like that. Once you've done that, then we're going to make tiles for the roof, because I love a little bit of texture and a little bit of detail. So what we're going to do is you're going to get your paper, coloured paper, wrapping paper, wallpaper, wherever it is you're using, and you're going to cut it into rectangles like this. I've decided to use a bit of coloured paper, and I'm using 3 colours. It's up to you if you want to use the same colour or different colours. I'm going to just use three different colours. And all we're going to do is just stick them to the cone, just to make the tiles. It's really simple, really easy. Again, I'm going to use some double-sided tape for this. I've just lost the tape, bear with me. Okay, I found the tape. So this is just some double-sided tape. Again, you could use glue, you can use blue tack, you know, you can use anything. It's your tower, it's your choice. So I'm just going to stick the double-sided tape. Because it is a curved surface, it's better to just do it in small sections. I'm going to peel it off. Okay, and then you've got your sticky part. And then all you're going to do is just stick your little tiles on. So you're just going to keep adding your different squares, building them up the tower. I prefer to stick them really wonky and jagged. I just think it gives it a little bit of character and I love it, but I mean, it's completely up to you. Be as neat and messy as you want to be. So all that's left to do is to just stick your roof on top of your model. And once you've done that, you can just add your final finishing touches. Instead of a strip of paper around here, I've just cut out a crisscross pattern, and I've also just added another circle there with a smaller roof, exactly the same as how you made the entire thing. I then just cut out a few greenery and just stuck them on to decorate it however I liked, really. So stick with me for tomorrow's video where we're going to make a house like this.